Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling had an ensemble cast in The Place Beyond the Pines.
Welcome to the trailer for R&B Reviews. I'm Rob.
I'm Brendan.
And we're going to be putting together a series of YouTube movie reviews.
Who's that guy?
He's yours.
What can you tell me?
I heard from you over a year. You just took off.
My son and I should be around him. I wasn't around my dad. Look the way I turned out.
How are you going to take care of him?
All right, everybody who wants to live, put your hands in the
Rob, welcome to R&B Reviews. The Place Beyond the Pines is an independent art house film that has been given a wide release a few weeks ago, and it also played at film festivals last year. My local movie theater has finally got playing it, so I decided to go ahead and give it a look. And I really didn't know too much about the movie before going in. I just knew that it had Ryan Gosling playing someone who robbed banks to support his newborn son. And it also came from the director who made Blue Valentine with Michelle Williams, and it also featured Ryan Gosling. But my final impression of Place Beyond the Pines is it kind of left me with a little bit of a mixed reaction. Overall, the film, it's like an anthology of three connected stories with some characters appearing in all three of them. One features Ryan Gosling as a stunt driver at a traveling fun fair who finds out that he had a newborn son that he never knew about. And when he has a hard time finding enough income, he starts to rob banks to support his son. There's a second story featuring Bradley Cooper as a rookie cop who is labeled a hero after a shootout, but he doesn't really feel like a hero. But things really take a turn when he notices that there's some corruption going on in his own police department. And the third and final story involves two teen boys who are missing father figures in their lives. One of them has a father who's deceased, and the other one's father is out running for attorney general. He just doesn't spend enough time with him. And they try to fill their void with drugs and partying. Director Derek Cianfrance, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name, but he shoots this movie kind of like a documentary. We sometimes get the opportunity to follow the characters around, and the photography kind of feels a little bit crisp without, feeling too glossy like you would see in a movie production. And in a way, it's like we're watching home movies or something that was shot on old 16mm film. The film is filled with complex characters, including two of the male leads who want to, do the right thing, but they're faced with some very tough and sometimes potentially wrong choices. Ryan Gosling, he kind of reminded me of the old, tall, calm, silent times that you would see in the old westerns, and Bradley Cooper, he has definitely won me over because he also delivers an excellent performance as a conflicted cop that's also coping with a guilt. And like I said, he's won me over. I think he can definitely. This and Silver Linings Playbook shows that he can do dramatic work and he can handle it well. He doesn't have to do just raunchy comedies or something like The A-Team where it's like all these good-looking comedic parts. He definitely can play drum, and I think he can do it very, very well. And the film itself seems to be making the point, about all of our choices have consequences, even years down the line. And it's also important, to play an active role in your family life. The problems that I did have with the movie is that sometimes the dialogue sounded stilted and expository, and it often took me out of the movie. And there are some bits that tend to drag here and there. I think perhaps the movie could have been trimmed by maybe 10-15 minutes. And also, when we go from story to story the first time, I felt kind of weird and jolted focusing on one character, and then all of a sudden you focus on another. And as a result, all three stories tend to have a few uneven moments here and there. Personally, I found Bradley Cooper's police officer story more involving with the suspense, and I felt nervous that as he had to make some of these decisions, and it could have been its own film because there's quite a lot going on in there. Place Beyond the Pines, it's an ambitious movie about making the right decisions as well as, touching on ethics and morals, and it did have me thinking while watching it. It's not a perfect film, but I give this movie a mild see it in theaters rating. So thanks very much for watching. If you have seen this movie, go ahead and post your thoughts. I've been reading some interesting comments. People seem to really like this one, or they seem to really hate it. If you have any comments about the video, go ahead and post that as well. I greatly appreciate it. So thanks very much for watching.